She wrote it, a drowning woman among many others. She says, "I wrote it with my own hand and its ink is my blood. Its price is my honor and dignity. I have become a plaything in the hands of young men. Or rather, wolves." She says, "I met him at a mall and we started exchanging calls. I loved him and he loved me. I thought it was an illusion, dreams, and nonsense." She continues, "Our relationship developed. He was living with a group of young men and I would call him. They would answer and tell him that I wanted him. One time I called, but he wasn't there. His friend answered and he started to coax me into conversation. He asked me to have a relationship with him. I refused. He threatened me, saying that he would tell his friend whom I loved that I had been calling him behind his back and that we had been talking for hours. I gave in to his request and had a relationship with him. I asked, 'Where is the love you claim? Where is the I loved him and he loved me?'" She continues in her message, "The second one was more poetic and romantic than the first. I stayed with him until he took me out of my house to live with him. He kept making promises until I lost what was most precious to me. The relationship continued until we had a falling out over something. One morning, I called looking for him. His other friend answered and said, 'I know you had a falling out with so-and-so, but I will try to reconcile you two.' I believed him. We agreed to meet at the college in the afternoon." She says, "He came, and I got in the car with him. Instead of taking me to my friend, he drove me to the beach, where no one was around. He tried to seduce me. When I refused, he raped me and threatened me that if I told anyone, he would expose everything. He then dropped me off at my place, like a dog being thrown away. I told my friend what happened, and he tried to comfort me, calming me down, swearing that he would take revenge for my honor. I then went with him to heal my wounds." She continues, "Then I was shocked when someone else called me and said he had pictures and recordings of our calls. He told me that if I didn't go out with him, he would spread my pictures and conversations everywhere. I went, and he did with me what he did. I am still in that situation. That man raped me until the authorities caught us. I wish they had caught me the first time I went out. It was too late. I lost everything. I became a plaything in the hands of wolves, and I tarnished my family's honor with shame and disgrace. God is truthful when he says, 'Do not follow the footsteps of Satan.' Aren't these tragedies and sighs? Aren't these stories heartbreaking? Don't they tear the heart and bring tears to the eyes? Our honor is violated. Our honor is violated. A cry I shout at the top of my voice. A cry I shout at the top of my voice to fathers, mothers, guardians, and counselors. Save our girls. Oh Father, oh Mother, you are all responsible. The negligence in homes, family disintegration, the presence of screens, channels, the internet, and mobile phones with no accountability or supervision is one of the reasons. Girls are out in markets with no purpose or goal. Jealousy for honor has diminished. Our women go out with drivers morning and evening, with no guardian or supervisor. They go out in front of their fathers without a hijab, wearing embellished, revealing abayas that expose their charms. Then, the young men are blamed. I say to the girl, you are one of the causes. You have discarded modesty and decency and gone out dressed immodestly. What do you want? Do you want to attract the attention of men? Don't you know that you are not for every man? You are for one man, your husband. And if you are not a wife, then you are in the stage of preparing for marriage. A Western scholar once asked a Muslim man, "Why do your women wear the hijab?" He replied, "Because our women do not wish to have children from anyone other than their husbands." Aren't these tragedies and sighs?